Okay, so we are back. I couldn't sleep. I don't want to stop playing this game, so we're just gonna continue playing it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this game so far. This one's should be more of gameplay than anything. And yeah, so anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, and I hope I can make your day better. And yeah, let's get into it. This is Corpse Party. Oh my god, man. With pallid faces, Satoshi quickly rushed over and grabbed the paper doll himself. He was joining us after all, it seemed. Everyone else smiled at him as if to say, finally, you've come to your senses, but I was just starting to get a really bad feeling about this. He doesn't want them to go in alone. He doesn't want to see his friends die. Oh. No, there's definitely something wrong here. Ready? 1, 2. And the game begins. No! As soon as I reached the hallway, I fell to my knees with a thud. Why were you going to the hallway? Weren't you in her classroom? Gag. Cough. No. What was that? A person? It was pitch black, but I swear it was shaped like a person.
パニックになる私の目の前で開け放たれた保健室の入り口から黒い影がゆっくりと出てきた。
And in my panic state, I swore I'd seen a black shadowy figure within it.
殺してやる。
No. Pant, gasp, spew.
Panic になる頭の中を整理する。何だったの？今何が起こってたの？今黒い霧みたいなものが私の全身から口から耳から体の中に入ってき、喉の奥に太いものが詰まってて息ができずに一瞬意識も飛んだ気がする。私は今殺されかけたんだ。胸の奥に大事にしまっている命をまるで冷たい手にわしづかみにされたようで、私の体は胃がおかしい、腸がおかしい、足がもつれる。人間はプレッシャーだけでこんなにも体が狂うのか。喉に残る自分の胃液の味と匂いに私は再び吐きそうになるのを必死でこらえていた。
Oh my god, dude. I remember this. This place. These circumstances.
私、絶対覚えがある。ここに来たの初めてじゃない。幸せの幸子さんを行った私たちはすごい音がして教室の真ん中に穴が開いたと思ったら、気がつくと古びた廃校舎の中にいた。サトシやシシド先生、委員長たちの姿はなく、私のそばには聖子だけが倒れていた。聖子と私は2人で励まし合って校舎の探索をしていたんだけど、そんな中サトシの妹ユカちゃんの声が廊下の奥から聞こえたの。足をくじいて動きづらい私を保健室のベッドに休ませたまま、聖子は一人でユカちゃんを探しに行ってしまった。
I'd sprained my ankle pretty bad and couldn't walk very well, so Seiko went off alone to find her while I rested up in the infirmary.
そこへ一人になった私を狙いすましたかのように 真っ黒い人影のようなものが現れて
And that's when the dark, shadowy figures showed up and began attacking. Okay, so basically what they're doing, chat, is they're actually going through a big majority of what happens in the first game. For some reason, I don't know why they're doing it. I think what they're trying to do is like recap so we don't miss anything. But this actually happened in the main game, or in the first game. They're basically just recapping it. I was scared. So scared. So scared. So scared. So very scared. My teeth were chattering and my lips were quivering as if they had a mind of their own. Why would she leave me alone like that? I told her I'd go with her to look for Yuka, so why? Why did she leave me behind? Was I going to slow her down? Was I going to get in her way? Oh, the sounds. Naomi, what happened? Are you okay? Seiko. What? Oh my god, are you alright? I'm so sorry I left you by yourself. Just seeing Seiko's face quelled my shivers. Whenever she's around, I feel so at ease, and at that moment, I just wanted to cling onto her and cry my eyes out. I should have just done it, but instead... Just leave me alone. Do you have any idea how scared... No, don't do this. No, game. I'm having flashbacks. No. No. What is this game, man? It's like forcing the bad decisions. I wonder if they're actually gonna show what happens. I'm sorry, Naomi. Come on, let's try to find a way out of here together. What's the point? Just forget about it. Leave it alone. We're never getting out of here. Maybe it was the safety of Seiko's presence that did it, but all of the fear welling up within me suddenly turned to anger. I was like a spoiled child. Nothing good could come of lashing out like this. Seiko didn't do anything wrong. I knew that, but I couldn't stop myself from saying what I said because that's exactly what happened in the alternate universe. You blew up on her. She was genuinely concerned about me, and I'd sworn to myself that I'd protect her, but my sense of reasoning was fighting a losing battle. You realize we've gone missing, right? How do you think my mother's going to feel? She's going to be worried sick about me, and there's nothing I can do. Naomi, please don't say things like that. It's going to be alright. Like hell it is. She's going to keep searching for me until the day I finally come home. And she has work, you know? This whole situation, it's not right. As long as I'm here, I'm nothing but a nuisance to her. I'm a terrible daughter. And we're just going to die here anyway, so all that time she spends looking for me will be wasted. By this time, my mind had been completely overtaken. I wasn't myself anymore. I was running on autopilot, horrified by the words coming from my mouth. No. I know how this ends. Yes. Naomi, you do know how it ends. Stop. No. I don't want to. No. I don't want to, chat. No. I don't want to. Families aren't like that. It won't be a nuisance. It won't be a burden, and you're not terrible. I don't know exactly how to say this, but when there are loved ones involved, we'll do anything for them. There it was again. Deja vu. Everything was falling into place. No, it can't. No, we can still change it. Stop. I knew what was going to happen. I knew what fate had in store if we continued down this road. But I guess I can see where you're coming from. Your mother is a really kind person. The last thing you'd want to do is worry her. That's why we need to make sure that doesn't happen, right, Naomi? We need to get back home. I don't know how it is for you and your family, but normal people don't work that way. No. If y'all haven't watched the first game or played the first game, you are completely oblivious of what's about to happen. There it is, chat. That's what happens. Seiko's gonna get hanged. She's going to die. I have to apologize. No. I don't want you, of all people, to speak to me like that. Please, Naomi. Tell me that's not how you really feel. Seiko. Apologize.
頭では理解していたのに、バカな私はまだ意地を張ってしまう。
I what? I know what makes me want to see, but I can't help myself. I gave into my stubbornness and committed to the role I was playing.
知らないってば。イライラさせないで。聖子の
I
目
could
に
see tears welling up in Seiko's eyes. Tensions were high and I couldn't control myself. I
感
didn't
情
know
が
what to
高ぶっ
do.
て、私も
You're an insensitive jerk, you know that? You have no idea how I feel. No! Wait. I ran as quickly as I could in the direction Seiko had gone, but then... Eek. Oh my god, dude. No!
立っていることもできないぐらい。
A fierce earthquake began shaking the building. It was so violent I couldn't even stay standing. I crouched along the ground. Oh my god, stop. It was so violent I couldn't even stay standing. I crouched along the ground waiting for it to pass. Everything was moving and there were sounds of objects cracking and breaking all around me. Glass was shattering, ceiling tiles was raining down upon me. I was scared for my life, so scared, so very, very afraid. I was certain I was going to die. Maybe a big chunk of ceiling would fall on me, or the floor would open up at my feet and swallow me whole. I kept wondering how it was going to end. Was I going to be crushed? How badly would it hurt? How long would it go on before I finally died? My head was swimming with all kinds of worst case scenarios, while my body just remained motionless on the ground. I'd never felt so helpless before. I didn't even care anymore. I'd take any release I could get, just make it stop. But there was no release for me. All I could do was curl up into a ball and pray. Finally stopped. Oh my god. Thank Jesus. Shiver. I wonder how much time had passed. It could have been only a moment, a few minutes, or even a few hours, for all I knew, but it did finally end, and the dark corridors was silence once more. I gradually loosened my stiff body, uncurling from the floor. Blotches of dust and wood chips fell from my hair. Some of the finer debris had gotten into my clothing and was crunching around like sand with my every movement. It was not pleasant. I brushed myself off as best as I could and slowly rose to my feet, slapping my skirt in vain to clear away any excess dust and dirt. The particles in the air were like a white smoke billowing through the pitch black hallway. It took me a moment to get my bearings. Once I finally did though, I almost wished I hadn't. The sight before my eyes instantly washed away that little hope I may have had. What? The earthquake had completely caved in part of the floor. It was no longer possible to continue down this hall. No longer possible to trail Seiko. Fuck, dude. If I had been cowering from the quake only a few feet ahead, I'd be dead for sure, swallowed up into whatever hell lay down here. I knelt down by the edge of the hole and peered within. It was too dark to tell for sure, but if what I thought I saw was correct, then the ceilings in this school were unreasonably high. That means you're in a bigger school, right? Like a higher grade school. To make matters worse, it seemed like the floor directly below had fallen out as well. I didn't dare consider just how deep this pit might go. All I knew was I couldn't risk falling into it. Shivering in terror, I pulled myself up. I was in the wrong stream. What did I miss? Basically nothing. So what happened? There was a earthquake, and basically we were running after Seiko, the girl that we accidentally didn't apologize to, and an earthquake happened and the floor caved in, so now we can't go after Seiko. Shivering in terror, I pulled myself up. What do I do? Can I get around it? I have to hurry. I definitely had to hurry. If I didn't, Seiko would commit suicide, but there was still time. I was determined not to let it happen. No matter what, I was going to save her. I was going to change her horrible fate. No. Oh god, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. Yeah, that's what I remember. So the first game was more of like a, what do you call it? More of like an RPG game. This is more like a click and go type game. Map. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is how I travel. Search mode. What's that? There's a large hole in the floor, too big to jump across. Getting to the other side won't be possible from here. Alright, that's about it that's here. Oh yeah, I can't get across, so let's go back here. And then try to go into here. I don't like this place. Oh, this is the place, the infirmary was where I'd been attacked. Yeah, I didn't want to stay in there any longer than I had to. That horrible sensation of my body being overcome by that hair-like mist, it was something I never hoped to experience again as long as I lived. Yeah, this is the place, if you remember in the last episode, where she was talking about how she had a sprained ankle and she slept on one of the beds. And, what do you call it? She slept on these beds. And, what's her name? Seiko left her there. And she got attacked by a demon. There's a pair of scissors on one of the shelves as blades are stained with blood. Proper procedure for dissection. First and foremost, you must ensure that both arms and both legs are firmly pinned down such that the subject is completely unable to move. Next, make a clean... Wait a second. Are we dissecting something that's alive? Make a clean incision across the stomach and carefully peel the skin on both sides, exposing the subject's innards. Use pins to keep the The remainder of the page is so stained and faded that it's completely illegible. There's a photo here. The paper was cracked and warped in various spots, and the picture itself was in black and white. Clearly, this was not a recent photograph. I wouldn't call that black and white. That's more like a old-time amber look. It was just a simple shot of a man looking directly at the camera. It had a formal air to it, as if it were used for an arranged marriage interview. I wonder who this is. Was he the man who worked at this desk, or a family member maybe? There are a large number of bottles lined up on the shelf here. Each one of them seems to be packed tightly with small chunks of unidentifiable meat, and the smell suggests they've been here for quite a while. There are a large number of... Oh, I already read that. Okay. I hate this look, chat. I hate it. I do not like this at all. I don't like how quiet... What is that? It's an old-fashioned space heater, but it's so full of ash that it'll probably never light again. I don't freaking like it, chat. I do not like this game style, because like I could just be like turning and and something would like pop out at me. All things considered, there's surprisingly little dust on these beds. There's nothing under them, is there? No, there isn't. Good. That's funny that they said there's surprisingly little dust. That's because they slept on them. They've been used recently. Well, recently. Okay. Let's just explore these halls. I hate that. This is not the good time to have surround sound headphones. I know what this is from. Y'all don't if you haven't watched the first game or played the first game. There was a mess of blood and entrails on the wall as if someone were launched from across the corridor at tremendous speeds and splattered on impact. The smell was positively vile. Seiko had commented on it before, but it was really hitting me now. Every breath I took was triggering my gag reflex. It was all I could do not to vomit again. Search mode. Where is it? I don't like that shit. Okay. The door to the science lab is frozen in place as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. Okay. Interesting. Does this game have jump scares in it? Not really. Not like jump out at you jump scares. They're more just like things that you don't expect to happen. You know what I mean? Like nothing jumps out at you necessarily. It's more like a psychological horror game. Like the more you play it, the more insane you feel like you're getting. Because it's just so creepy. Okay. Oh, okay, so I can't go in the lab. As I wandered through the darkened corridors, every hair on my body was standing at attention. I had goosebumps from head to toe. It felt like a fog of uneasiness is swirling around me with each step I took. And that fog was growing thicker and thicker to such an extent that I began fearing the darkness might swallow me whole, and I'd cease to exist. I could feel my sanity slipping away. I didn't know how much longer it could hold out, and I was starting to lose patience. I just wanted to get it over with. Fear was like a slime covering my entire being. No matter how much I wiped, I was only squishing it around. It wouldn't come off. It was stuck fast. I walked around aimlessly, calling out Seiko's name. By doing so, I think I was able to dull my senses and just barely maintain my grip on reality. Seiko, where are you? Please answer me. I wasn't thinking straight. I want to apologize. Up ahead, I swore I saw a light glinting off of something. It looked for a moment like a web of sinewy strings stretched all across the hall. I slowly crept forward until I could confirm that they were in fact strands of wire. Gently, I reached out a finger and touched the closest one. Yeah. I pulled my hand away, looking down at it. There was now a very fine, clean slice right on the tip of my finger. Tiny red beads were beginning to form. Those beads just kept getting bigger and bigger as I watched, eventually swelling into one another and forming a single drop of blood. And that drop quickly became too heavy for its perch. It began wending its way down my hand toward my wrist. Piano wire? No, it's a little different. I couldn't believe it had cut so deeply from just that one faint touch. Had it been sharpened? It really stung. If I hadn't noticed those wires strung up across the hall and just kept walking, I shuddered to think of what might have happened. Death not from malevolent spirits, but from a mere booby trap. Who could have done this? There was definitely a planned malice behind it. I could sense an ill will in the air and began to tremble. Was someone watching me, even at that very moment? Was someone just waiting for me to fall into their trap and die so they could gloat about it? Is someone there? Hey! It was like an unconscious shout. I couldn't control myself. I was scared, and whoever did this was heartless. I couldn't just let it go. Stop this. Please, you're scaring me. Don't do these awful things to people. A bevy of negative emotions began swimming through my head. I suddenly realized I was crying. And I knew that this corridor was, with its web of razor-sharp piano wire, was effectively impassable, at least for the moment. I need to find some way to cut these wires or some means of disabling the trap at any rate. I decided to go back the way I came and search the rest of the school for answers. Why is it red? Why is it red? Why is it red? Why is it red? Game, why are you red? Why do you do this? Why are you red? So wait, I can't go down. Oh, that's the hall with the wire, I'm assuming. The door to classroom 3A is frozen in place as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. What does it say? Smudgy blood red lettering reads, "Getting close to the darkness is one way to learn the truth. This whole place is close to darkness after all." Holy shit. That's dark. Oh, that's the door. That's frozen in place. Oh my god, how big is this school, bro? Something could just like happen. I hate this. I hate that. Hello? I don't like how the music stopped. I don't like it. The following words were scrawled on the blackboard. Your friend is a traitor. You're going to be killed. Run. This shouldn't have been there. It wasn't on the board when I first got here with Seiko. Oh, this is the main room. Okay, so yeah. So they're like merging two different games. That's weird. But in the first game, this is where they originally are. This is like the classroom where they all gather. Before they go out looking for others. Somebody had to have written it recently, but why? To create a rift in our friendship? I didn't know if it was a person or a ghost who did this, but whoever it was a terrible thing to do. This was all really starting to get to me. Is somebody in here? Stop harassing me, whoever you are. I can't take this anymore. I just can't. I didn't even know whom I was angry with, but make no mistake, I was seething. I was probably really close to my breaking point. I ran out of the room, never even pausing to wipe the tears from my eyes. Wait, what? Oh, so we ran out. Okay. Can I just like go to these main ones and maybe it'll stop if there's anything interesting? I don't fucking like this view, bro. I don't like it. I don't fucking like it, dude. Hello? I'm just looking for notes at this point. Nope, nothing. Oh, that's a body. The door to the reference room is frozen in place as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It can't be opened. That's a body. I don't like it. It's a decomposing corpse. The smell is ghastly. Judging by height and uniform, this was probably once a senior high student. His school name tag seems to have survived intact, prominently displayed on his now damp and discolored blazer. Matsuki. Okay. It's not here. That's weird. There really wasn't anything interesting there. Just the body. Like, really? Chat, I don't like this. I'm really just looking for notes. Oh, I didn't go down this way. I think I still need to look at this one. Alright. I don't like it. I don't. It's more piano wire. There was yet another piece of piano wire in this room, seemingly razor sharp like the others, but only one. I could avoid it easily with some care. What is this thing? In the corner of the room sat an antiquated mechanical device with a lever attached to it. It prominently featured two wheels with spools of translucent wire coiled around them and projected out towards the ceiling in a perfect tight line. Could this be the source of the booby trap? Pull the lever? I mean, I don't see why not. I wonder if it'll even move. The machine was old and the lever was rusted, so it wasn't going to give out without a fight. I could rattle it a little though, so I figured I had a chance. I like it. I hate it. I hate psychological thrillers. Huh? It's gone. The piano wire. It's gone. Okay, so I'm assuming that means that the... What is... Oh, I can't read that? Okay, cool. That's fine. Alright. Let's discover the rest down this hall and figure out what's down here first. Because I feel like discovery is like the biggest thing in this game. Anything at all? The fuck was that? What's that light? There weren't any lights on and the whole school was bathed in darkness, yet in this lone room a small circle of light just kept blinking on and off. It seemed almost as if it would turn on whenever I looked at it and turn off whenever I looked away, or maybe that was just my imagination. But it seemed possible that someone could be trying to get my attention. Is anybody in here? No response. I began to get more and more creeped out with every passing second. At first I thought maybe somebody was watching me, but now I was almost certain of it. As I get closer to the source of the light, the blinking stopped. The light was now fully on. Interesting. Let's look at the note on the wall first. Listen to your teacher. Listen to your teacher. You're going to die now. Oh my god, dude. A flashlight, and it's on. I wonder if this was the source of the blinking light. It did turn steady when I got near the thing, but that just left me with more questions. Take the flashlight, why wouldn't you? Maybe it was just low on batteries and that's why it kept going on and off. That's what I told myself as I picked up the discarded flashlight. Nothing seemed particularly odd about it. It was just a regular run-of-the-mill flashlight, and it really did seem to be low on batteries. I'd have to make sure to use it sparingly so as not to waste what little energy I had left. The shelves are littered with dead lice. If one were to rest an arm on one of these shelves, there's no telling how many might come along for the ride. Ew. There's a bleached white skeleton sprawled out here. Judging by height and uniform, it appears to be the remains of a male junior high student. Looking closely, there's a faded school name tag attached to his blazer. Oh my god. Alright. I think that's it in this room. Anything at all. There's broken glass on the floor, like always. Why did that drawing scare me so badly? As soon as I entered the room, I had a bad feeling about it. The silence was almost deafening. There wasn't a single sound to be heard. This room and this room alone felt very different from any other. It's full of dirty tissues. It kind of turns the stomach. Best not to look any closer. Best just to walk away. Oh, I just realized the fucking body's on the floor. That doesn't look great. Class log. I ate a student today. I was hungry, so I had to. Plus, we played rock, paper, scissors, and I lost. I thought I'd lose to an adult, but I didn't. There are two skeletal remains here. Both of them mostly whitened at this point. They seem to have died huddled up against one another. Both are female and look to be around junior and senior high school age. There's a school name tag attached to the remains of this one's uniform. Only one of them had a name? That's weird. Oh god, that's just creepy. It's a child's crayon drawing, very vibrant and seems colorful. The subject's mouth is open and she seems to be eating a watermelon, perhaps. I don't know if that's a watermelon. Not too sure. I just don't like how fucking quiet it is in these rooms. There's a large hole in the floor too big to jump across. Get into the other side won't be possible from here. Well, fuck. Okay. So now we can't go down there, so we are going to go all the way down here. Nakashima, grade 3, room A. So 3A, please return to class immediately. Or you're next? What the hell does that mean, bro? I already read that. 3A, where is it? Wait, wasn't it 3A? Grade 3, room A? Fuck off. The large hole in the floor too big to jump across. Okay. It's some sort of mechanism with a lever attached to it. Pull the lever? Sure, fuck it. Why not, right? Hey, this is why I'm amazing. What a strange contraption. Pulling the lever made a retractable floorboard extend outward over the hole, but also restrung all the piano wire. I had to be careful not to touch any of it. If I even slightly brushed up against the strand. Wait a second. What? Oh. So it put the piano wire behind me. No less. What a sadistic place to put it. It should be possible to use the stairs, but that piano wire is razor sharp. Best to go slow and take care not to forget about it later on. Let's hope I don't. Fuck. There's an ominously glinting piece of razor sharp piano wire tautly strung across the foot of the stairwell, roughly at neck height. I don't like that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm having flashbacks. I don't like it. There are bleached white skeletal remains here. Based on their build, it seems likely. Okay, blah blah blah. The boys' room is completely boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. I mean, you could with strength. The bucket. It's an old rusty bucket full of maggots. Best to keep your distance. Yep. The bucket. Reminds me of Final Destination. It basically is. Kinda. Oh no. Shaky, faded lettering could just barely be made out on the old filler. Put it out of your mind. Don't worry. Eat, laugh, go nuts. Let the darkness in. Suddenly, I felt a sickness in the pit of my stomach. It was almost unbearable. I felt like I was forgetting something absolutely crucial. Something I was consciously trying to forget about, but absolutely had to remember, no matter what. What was it? What was it? Don't forget. Don't forget. Okay, she didn't forget. Good. The board should be sturdy enough to get you across to the other side where some sort of mechanism with a conspicuous lever awaits. Pull the lever, pull it, yes, because it should take away the board, but also take away the wires behind you. Just as I thought, the device controlled both of the floorboard and the wire trap. It was both, or it was neither. How cruel to make a person choose. That's what I thought. Wasn't it 3A? I thought it was 3A that I had to return to, chat. Grade 3, Room A. Please return to this class immediately. Grade 2. I'm from Kizuragi Academy, grade 2-9. Just stop it, please. You got the wrong person. I don't like how the screen's getting all red and shit. I thought, doesn't this mean 3A, grade 3, room A? Unless it's on this side of the second floor. Maybe it's not 3A. Maybe it's on the 3rd floor. Room A. Or some shit like that. I don't know. Except in an anime, I'm loving it. Oh yeah? I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're chilling out with me. I missed you. No, that doesn't seem right. Grade 1, room BC. So confused. Chat, I'm so confused. I'm actually so confused. Was there something I was missing? Save the game real quick. What is this? Oh, okay, cool. Darkening, what does that mean? Okay. I thought it was 3A. Do I have to go back here? Well, I'm guessing it's gonna play again. Grade 3, room A, return to class immediately. Isn't it class 3A? But it's not letting me in there, chat. Shut up. Okay, there it is. There it is. We just had to trigger it multiple times. Come on in. Some unknown force lifted me off my feet and pulled me into the classroom. It was so dark in there and I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. I'm glad you'd come. There's no time to lose. The examination is about to begin. Please remove your jacket. Oh no. That's a good girl. Now lie down on the bed. Not sure what else to do. I pulled out the flashlight and pointed it in the direction of the creepy voice. It was on the right side, right? It's that guy from the picture, right? Vice principal? What's going on, dude? What the fuck's happening, man? Suddenly, the classroom was bathed in that familiar faint light, and I was alone despite what I just heard. Every window seemed to be fully intact. Yeah, as intact it could be. What did that do for me? What did... What did that do for me, though? I've already been in here. Do I have to go back to the bathroom? Maybe, dude. I don't like how the screen's getting progressively redder and redder. Uh-oh. No matter how much I wondered, I just couldn't seem to figure out where Seiko had run off to. And I'd been teased from the shadows and frightened the whole time I was searching. I couldn't take much more of it. I was losing my mind. When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the 3rd floor of my school building. I began to doubt myself, to doubt the fated events that lay ahead, or whatever these horrific future memories were. It couldn't actually happen, right? You'd be wrong. I had no real reason to doubt the things I'd been envisioning, of course, but I kept telling myself it was all just paranoia. I had experienced deja vu many times in my life. Ever since I was a little girl, it didn't have to mean anything. Someone once told me that deja vu was just the brain recognizing a similar situation from one's past and making a false connection, pulling the wrong file. That would make sense. Please don't leave me by myself. Aww. I basically lost all ability to reason, as if my mind has been taken over by some outside force. I break down. Yeah, because she said that in the first game. I broke down on the spot and began crying. Seiko! What's that? A loud sound caught my attention. It sounded like someone kicking a wall. I shot up from the ground as if I were yanked. And as I rose, my brain began recognizing a similar situation from my past. A file was being pulled. No. Sounds of a struggle coming from inside the bathroom stall. It's exactly the same. There was an eerie stillness in the air within the girls' lavatory. It didn't feel like there was anyone else in there with me, but I sensed a slight movement on the 3rd stall door from the back, as if it were just closed. My heart was racing. I was so nervous. It felt like all the blood in my body had begun flowing in reverse behind this door. Fuck me, man. Where are you? I miss you. Just looking at the news sent a wave of dark feelings through my mind. The specter of death was right in front of me, baring its fangs. If I went too much longer without finding her... That same dull thud echoed again from behind me. Startled, I turned back toward the stall. No one was there, so what was I hearing? The wall. There's a breeze coming from it. I stepped inside and began lightly knocking on the back wall in several different spots. It's hollow. Looking closely, the wall did jut out very slightly right around that exact spot. Unconsciously, I pushed onto it, and a small piece of paneling swung out into the space beyond, like a door. It was well hidden, to say the least. Never once would I have guessed there to be a hidden room behind this particular bathroom stall. It's really dark in here. The room was extremely narrow, making it feel longer than it was. You could fit maybe 2 tatami mats on the ground there, end to end. A hole was cut into the floor in the back, outfitted with a ladder leading down into the main school building below. I peered down the hole, but it could see no sign of a floor, nor the end of the ladder. This thing could lead all the way around to the ground level, or even farther. Whether due to pressure differentials or the breeze in the air, the secret door suddenly shut itself behind me. That must have been what I was hearing earlier. A wretched smell was wafting up from below, hardly a surprise given where I was. I didn't want to imagine what unspeakable things might await me at the bottom of this ladder. But if Seiko had gone this way... yes, that is where she was hung from, but she hasn't been hung yet, which is what we're trying to find out. I shook off my misgivings and began descending. Shudder, shiver. I wondered if maybe this ladder ended in a garbage dump or something. I stopped in my tracks, seriously considering turning back. But I didn't want to miss something and have to do this again later, so I figured I might as well tough it out and see what I might find down at the bottom. I was waffling between my desire to be through and my instinct to turn back, but I kept climbing down all the while, holding my breath as much as I could. Sure is wet. If I'm not careful, I might still slide. Huh? I'm really glad it's not a garbage dump. I seem to be in a cave-like room with muddy walls and a dirt floor. Looking up, I could see a very faint light coming from the hole I just climbed through, but the whole area was otherwise pitch black. There doesn't seem to be anything to find in here at all. I'm probably just wasting my time. While surveying my surroundings as best as I could, I attempted to stand up, but that didn't go very well. What the hell? My ankle had swollen pretty badly and felt like it was on fire. It was the same sprained ankle Seiko had tended earlier. I must have landed on it when I slipped from the ladder, aggravating it further. Why is this happening? I made another attempt to get up, this time onto my good ankle. If I shifted my weight to the majority of it rested on that leg, maybe I could walk. Ow. No such luck. I wasn't going anywhere. I was stuck in this dark, dank cave where no one would ever find me, with a ladder I couldn't use. My leg had become going numb, and pain from my ankle was almost unbearable. No, I have to get out of here. I have to. Leaning on the wall for support, I attempted to stand once more, this time holding my sprained ankle in the air as best as I could. I placed both of my hands on the ladder, but it was no use. I couldn't even make the first step. Mustering all my strength, I figured I'd give jumping a try, even if it was only with one leg. But as soon as the other came in contact with the bottom rung of that wet, slippery ladder, I could feel myself turning pale. I was well and truly stuck. This was no joke. I was frantic. I tried climbing the ladder again and again, but just kept finding myself sprawled unceremoniously across the ground. I couldn't even say how many times I challenged those damned rungs. I even searched the walls nearby for another way out, but it was simply no use. Tears were welling up in my eyes uncontrollably. I'm so sorry, Seiko. I can't make it. I can't save you. Aww. And then all of a sudden I sensed a person in front of me. If you want to find your friend, you can't just give up. I'm impressed you made it this far. You've done well. No. Not her. And she hugged me tightly as if trying to enshroud my head with her being. It'll be alright. I'll let you see her if you'd like. Will you listen to what I have to say? I didn't care who. I didn't care if it was a person or a ghost. I just wanted somebody, anybody to save Seiko. Good. Good girl. That's a good girl. I don't like how everything's going to be okay. Painful memories, you see, are the funniest of them all. You insensitive jerk. Oh, that's Seiko. No, I shouldn't say that about her. It was all my fault. Naomi was just scared, and after what she went through, I don't blame her. She's always been so cheery and so kind. But I brought out all her pain, all her tears. And that's the one thing a friend should never do. A smile suits her face best of all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Naomi. I'm sorry for making you so sad. I feel so lost without you. It's the same for me, Seiko. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I just want us to be together forever, Naomi. But when I'm with you, don't I make you mad? Don't I rub you the wrong way and make things unbearable for you? Of course you don't. That was just me being stubborn and pouting and behaving like a spoiled brat. Seiko approached me with arms outstretched. She wanted to hug me, and I immediately obliged without the slightest hesitation. This was Seiko, warm and alive, soft and smelling lovely as usual. I'll never let you go again. Me neither. You'd better not. That's so wholesome. There's a Japanese-style room over there with tatami mats and everything. We should go sit down and try to calm our nerves a little. A break sounds nice. Let's go. Custodian's closet? This is one of those doors that wouldn't open, isn't it? Oh? Huh. I passed out earlier, I guess. When I came to, I was lying down in this room. I was someplace underground, I think, with no way out, and then I saw a little girl, was it? For the life of me, I just couldn't remember clearly. That's really odd. Maybe you have a guardian angel on your side. Or a ghost. Come on, don't say that. Well, remember what that spirit told us when we first got here? He said not all ghosts are bad. Not all bad, huh? Seiko calmly opened the door and stepped into the custodian's closet. I could hardly believe this was the same person who got scared out of her mind at the first sight of a ghost only a few hours before. You seem a lot more fearless now than you were when we got here, Seiko. Or is that just me? As long as you're around, Naomi, I feel like I've got nothing at all to be scared of. That's all well and good, but just make sure you don't let your guard down, okay? There weren't any working lights in the custodian's closet, but it definitely felt a lot safer in here than it did out in the creepy, creaky hallways. The two of us plopped down next to one another on the tatami for a long while. Neither of us said a word. I guess we weren't sure what to talk about. I'm so glad you're okay, Seiko. You too, Naomi. How's the ankle? Still hurt? I feel like it did really badly for a while there, but it's totally fine. Fine at the moment. Glad to hear it. Did you manage to find your paper doll scrap? No, it's still missing. Guess I must have dropped it somewhere else, and find anything in this place is quite a feat. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry, but when we get back, we can always ask the class rep to perform the ritual again. Then we can get your... Don't you know that's what fucking got you here in the first place? That's true. Once we calmed down a bit, we reached a point where we simply didn't want to leave the room anymore. We had no desire to go back into the halls. So we didn't. We stayed right where we were a really long time, just chatting endlessly with one another, casual as could be. About class and the festival and our sleepover the previous night, ordinary everyday conversation. But then I happened to look over and catch Seiko staring at me. Yeah, totally. Seiko? Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. It was too dark to see Seiko's features in any great detail, but something seemed amiss. It was her face. Was she blushing? Naomi? This is hard for me to say, but well, what is it? She had an uncharacteristically serious expression on her face and seemed really nervous. What was it, Seiko? What were you trying to tell me? Never you mind. Oh, come on. Now I'm curious. Now my curiosity is killing me. Just spit it out already. Promise you won't laugh? If you don't want me to, then I won't. Okay, because I'm totally serious. My heart skipped a beat. This was just the beginning. How could I have been so dense all this time? Because we have no idea what's going to happen to us in here. There's something I really need to tell you. Okay. Seiko's focus changed. Her gaze was now directed squarely at my lips. Wait. Oh no. Will you kiss me? Oh god, it is a hentai. You were right. I want to kiss you. Why? Because I love you. as a friend, right? Seiko didn't say a word. She just shook her head fervently. I was dumbfounded. Was she confessing to me? She wanna smash. Stop. You're wild. I love you. I hadn't even had a boy confess to me yet. She hung her head low, staring down at her feet. My silence seemed almost like it was causing her physical pain. She looked like she might explode. I couldn't see her face clearly, but I was certain she must have been quivering and blushing from ear to ear. You're serious? I'd marry you if I could. I want to kiss you and hug you too. Stop. I see you in the chat. I'd marry you if I could. I want to kiss you and hug you too. That was the first time I'd ever heard Seiko speak so softly or with such a stammer in her voice. Before I knew it, I was crying and I had no idea why. I'm sorry, I ran out of the room and just took off down the hall. I still couldn't tell why I was crying. It's like I was scared, or maybe I was happy, or maybe I just lost a friend. I needed to calm down. The Seiko I was friends with wasn't gone. She hadn't been lost. Regardless of whether or not I was able to return her feelings, I owed her at least a thank you. Seiko must have been pretty deep in regret by that point. I needed to get back to her. I needed to let her know that I would still stand by her. What a bitch, man. I was suddenly distracted by the sound of dripping water nearby. It was as if someone had left a faucet on, but only just, and it was slowly spilling out onto the floor. Or where was it? It sounded close, yet there was no sign of running water anywhere that I could see. I had a bad feeling about this. All I knew was it was close. Like really close. Wait, no, it couldn't be. I looked down at my feet and I gasped. An unpleasant looking black fluid was running down my thighs and pulling up on the floor beneath me, and it wasn't stopping. Ew, what the hell? What is this? I hesitantly collected a bit of it on my finger and studied it. It wasn't blood, it was almost tar-like, in consistency, smooth and viscous. And it seemed to be faintly glowing as well. Why was something like this coming out of my body? Ah shit, she started her period. I went to wipe my finger on my skirt and shifted in place only to lose my footing and fall backwards, landing on my rear. I put my hands on my sides of my head, closed my eyes and screamed. I reached my limit. I just wanted all this to be over. But try as I might to shut out the world was determined not to be ignored. It was like heaven and earth were moving all around me. I felt dizzy. It was like my soul and my body were separating. I became acutely aware of my own mass and started obsessing over it. I was so heavy. My head in particular, the human cranium weighs about 5 kilograms, and I could feel every last gram straining my neck muscles. It was hurting my back. What's happening? I'm losing consciousness, can't open my eyes. All the blood on my body came rushing to my head. Why was this happening? I could feel the blood vessels in my face pressuring against my skin. I could see blood behind my eyelids. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so much. Fuck, man. The blood just kept coming. It wouldn't stop. It felt as if my blood vessels in my eyes, my whole head could burst at any moment. Somebody please save me, Seiko. Be careful. You're about to fall into the valley of past and future memories. Just as my last vestings of consciousness were fading, I heard a little girl's voice, but I was in pain. I was weighed down. I couldn't open my eyes. If you wish to save your friend, you'll need to overcome fate itself. What are you saying? The heaviness in my head grew at any alarming rate, and I heard a tearing sound behind my ears. It was the sound of a major blood vessel breaking wide open. I was certain I was going to die, but then the pain and dizziness simply vanished. I had the sensation of a faint shimmering before my eyes, and I wondered if maybe I could open them now. Slowly and carefully, I relaxed the muscles that were so forcibly and fearfully holding my eyelids shut. Where am I? This isn't a heavenly host. I knew exactly where I was. I'd seen this image a million times before. I'd seen it just this morning with Seiko. This was my house. Am I really home? Was it all a dream, maybe? Mom, I'm home. Something wasn't right. My field of vision was low to the ground, and everything around me looked much larger than it should. What was going on? Dad? You've always been so mature, watching the house all by yourself when you're away. Come on, pet it. Isn't she great, Naomi? Now you'll have someone to keep you company. Sorry we're always so late coming home from work, sweetie. It's so nice that we can trust you, though. I'm really sorry, but now you won't be lonely anymore, right? Would spend half her time indoors and the other half in the backyard, as if she were out to pasture or something. It may not have been much land, but that was her territory, and she rarely ventured outside of it. Once I was so upset that my parents were going to be late coming home from work again that I scooped up May and ran away from home for a little while. Papa, Mama, I hate you. Aw, shit. It's because you're here, May. Because you're here, Papa and Mama don't think they have to come home. It's your fault, you know? Naomi, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Where did you and May run off to? I'm sorry, May. I don't want us to be apart. I said a really mean thing to you, May. I'm so sorry. No, it's alright, Naomi. May will always be there for you. She loves you, you know? She can sense exactly how you feel, and she's very understanding. It wasn't long after that May ran away. I searched for her every day through teary eyes, but in the end she never did come home. It's such a pity, I guess. Even cats get strange ideas in their heads from time to time. That wasn't it. And you two were such good friends too. I did this. But you'll make a new friend in no time. You just need to put this out of your mind and move on. It's because May was so understanding and kind-hearted that she disappeared from my life. If only I hadn't said what I said to her. You never changed, do you? Mom? Mom, where are you? Seiko? Are you alright? I've been looking all over for you. I'm so sorry about before. She didn't respond, but she didn't have to. This was definitely Seiko. Towards Seiko, who was sitting on the ground, and rested my head on her shoulder, then I wrapped my arms around her. I still couldn't see her face. I thought it might be because of the dim lighting in the room. But no, that wasn't it. Something was very wrong. Seiko wasn't moving an inch, and that's when I realized her skin was cold. She's dead? Wait, where was I? Was I at home, or was this heavenly host? The last thing I remember was frantically trying to find her again. I could smell incense from somewhere far off, and finally realized that this wasn't reality. I don't know what's happening, man. This person's sitting perfectly still on the floor, not saying a word. This wasn't Seiko, so who was it? Alright, so that was the end of Corpse Party episode 2. That was honestly amazing. I was getting goosebumps constantly. That game is just something else. There was a lot more gameplay, like I said, that there would be, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And anyways, I hope you are having a wonderful day or night, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, love you guys.